All right, guys, what is up? It is your boy, Royal Mechanic, and today I have with me the 2022 August Store champion, Darren Carney.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
So, how'd your rounds go today?
My rounds went pretty good. So first I played against Billstar, and it was a pretty grindy match. I don't know. We just kept pushing each other back and forth. He kept trying to go wide with Nailbone, but I'm playing security, so I kept clearing them, obviously. And then I just ended up winning the game on a bench kid, and it was just pretty good.
All right.
We went to time, but
What was your record?
so I was undefeated, 3-1-0, 3 wins, 1 tie, 0 losses. Technically 4 wins because the tie was it was me 1-0 and then we went to time. So I don't know. So technically I'm 4-0.
Technically, that's considered a win because your opponent had nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been our champ, dude. Our champs, guys. We actually had 16 players. This man went crazy, undefeated.
You know it, baby.
It's kind of slow play at some points.
No, we did not slow play.
We had a few of them, but this is the man. So now we're going to get that beautiful, beautiful list.
So I played security control, and the deck is kind of nutty. So my red lineup, I went 2 Avenge Kid, 1 Crimson. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to play Crimson. They say he's kind of a brick. I mean, he was kind of clogging my hands a couple of games, but if you can get off the Avenge Kid Crimson, you kind of just win the game, because the game grinds out so long, and then by the time that you pull out Crimson, it's 10 or 20 in the trash. You swing, he trashes 3, he checks 1, it's 4 damage. There's no coming back from that.
Okay.
Next, we played 2 Death Decks. It's kind of a meta call. You need it. You can't really win without it.
Bane of a million existences.
Yeah, this actually came up for me in round 3 against Maga X. I just slammed one down early, just kept clearing. He couldn't deal with it. This card is nutty. It needs to go to 1.
I agree. At least 1, that way everybody can get their ones, and it definitely would help pricing, in my opinion.
Now we're going to get to a little bit of the yellow package. We played 4 of Best Dog.
That's for sure.
4 Salomon. This card is insane. I don't know how this card is just this cracked. Like, in my last round, I was really behind in the game, but I just kept swinging security, gaining 1 back, and then looping it with the health scythe. So it's just...
And ladies and gentlemen, this man kept the same one for like over 6 turns. He kept putting the Salomon on board. I was watching the final game. Wish I could have recorded, but I had to save that battery power, you guys, for this interview.
This card is insane. You have to play 4. There's no getting around it. You want to see this. Next, we played 1 Junomon. This card is insane, but there's no more space than more than 1. But when you resolve this card, you can loop that as is. You can get your Avenge Kids back. If you happen to get rid of your Crimson, get Crimson back. It's just insane. It could just keep your game going. Whatever you need in your trash, you could just grab it back and then just keep pushing forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the only Olympus 12 cards in the game.
We played 2 Sakuyamon. I know a lot of people are playing 3, or like a lot, but honestly, it's good. But most of the time, it doesn't have enough time to come out because they usually clear the Magna Angemon. So, and I really don't want to hard play for 12. If it gets off, it's cool, but if not, it's fine. It's a good card to have, though. It's a good medical. I like it. Next, we played 4 of the best card in the game. Played 4 Magna Angemon. This is just the most insanely pushed card in the game. How is this card still at 4? I don't know. But just being able to...
Because it costs a lot.
Yeah, it costs 7, sure, but when you're getting 3, it really only costs 4. So you're pretty much gaining the security every single time you play him. You can loop him with Flame Health Side. You can loop him with the Junomon that we just showed. He's just insane. He lets you evolve into your big guys. He can apply pressure, 6K body. He dies to like level 5s and stuff, but most of the time he stays on the board to get like 2 or 3 checks. So he's good pressure. They feel pressure to deal with him. He's just amazing. And then if we're moving into the options, we played, of course, the 1 reinforced memory boost. This speaks for itself. I don't have to explain this. Card's insane. It's at 1. We played 4 Holy Wave.
That card's bonkers.
This card is insane. Like, the whole deck feels pretty insane, but this card, when you're getting 6 checks by Grandis, oh, this is such a lifesaver. It's just all these OTK decks, they plan to exactly kill you. So when you go 1 out of their kill range, it just kind of shuts off their turn. Eden's Javelin. This card's okay. It clears rookies. In most of my rounds, somebody would try to play a rookie, and I just probably insta-cleared it. It lets you draw fishery pieces. It kind of unbricks you because we're playing a pretty bricky deck. One of the brickiest decks in the format, in my opinion. But it's okay. I would probably leave it at 4. I wouldn't change it. We're playing 3 Wyvern's Breath. This card came up in every single game of this tournament.
Show did.
It saved me against Grandis. It saved me against Garuru. This card is insane. I think in one of my games, I hit back-to-back Wyvern Breath, and I just killed the Grandis. So this is just insane. You have to play Wyvern's Breath. Would I play 3 again? Probably not. I think 2 would be better. But 3 is fine. This card came up so much. Next, we played the second best card in the game, Chaos Degrade. Now, Chaos Degrade is something that you must play at 4, because with certain decks like Alphamon, if they don't have Congo up, then Chaos Degrade answers the stack immediately, and they will probably lose the game after losing that stack. There's a couple other decks like Garuru that are just too high out in DP to where you can't reduce them all the way to 0. So you want to Chaos Degrade them so you can just clear the stack and keep pushing forward without losing your entire security stack. We played 1 TK. I would probably in the future end up playing more, but 1 was fun. If we saw it, we saw it. We didn't. We're playing a decent amount of Tamers. Most of the time, if you hit this in security while you're low, you probably just lose the game. Because you'll probably end up adding a purple or something and then you'll just die. That's why we only wanted to play 1. This is fun. 2 Kari. Once again, if you combo her with what you're doing, you're just looping Magna Angemons with the Hell Scythe. Having that extra memory to keep your opponent out of pushing you range is really important. So you definitely want to play her. 2 is perfectly fine. We're playing the 1 Matt. The same thing as Junimon. He fishes you out a purple card, so you really want to be adding back your health scythe so you can keep looping your Magna Angemons. But Matt Ishida is really good. You want to play this card. Would I play more than 1? Probably not. I think 1 is fine. This is perfect. We are playing 4 Kari. This card is nuts. Being able to just keep making your opponent pass turn every time they want to push you, and then you keep recovering. It just makes a really long, grindy games where people deck out, and there's nothing they can really do about it because they can't kill you because you keep passing turns. Next, we're playing 4 Mimi. You're playing security control, so you obviously want to be playing something that reduces the cost of your options by gaining you a memory. This card, it came up against Musketeers. It wasn't that great in every other matchup. It felt kind of dead, but I wouldn't reduce it because the moments it did come up, it helped me starve my opponent so I just don't auto-lose the game.
And you can use it on your opponent's turn as well.
You can use it on your opponent's turns as well. Like I explained earlier, Flame Hell Scythe. This card is insane. It carries the deck. This deck honestly wouldn't be remotely playable without this card. Being able to loop Magna Angemons, loop just Salamons, anything you need. It clears 6Ks, so it's good in the mirror. It's good against Garuru. It's just a good card. You have to play full. Then for the one-ups, we play the one callings. You want to be able to loop your Dexmons and just get back stuff you really need. You don't have to kill anything, so it's a good starve option too if you're really struggling to starve. So this is really good. Then next we play the one-up shorts. This card came up in 4 games where my opponent just went extra wide. And I was like, oh man, how am I gonna deal with it? Then I just top deck shorts and then I just cleared the board. It's really insane. And then that's it for the deck. I want to say shout out to my boy Julio for letting me borrow the security. I was gonna play Garuru, but I really didn't want to play that deck. But my boy let me borrow this, and you know, we went undefeated.
What was the eggs?
The eggs were 1 Cupimon, 4 Vixmon. This card is insane. If you have Salamon up, you could just play any option, draw a card. Yeah, it won't proc off a couple of them, but drawing your card can be a life or death. And then we never got into Cupimon. I would probably just play the 4 Vix, but if you do have this card and you just push up and draw, it's not that bad. It's decent.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been Darren, guys. Once again, congratulations on your win.
Thank you
Good
very
luck at
much.
Nats.